Ristina spelling with Davis, which is Davis.
And your title?
It's art teacher, but at night I guess it's muralist.
So, do you teach here?
No, I do not. Actually, I've been working with LCS schools that have a mural in almost all their buildings so far, so I've actually been hip-hopping around.
Cool. All right, tell us how this came to be.
I think it's really been a blessing because like Fruity Academy, I've met a lot of people in my community, and so they reached out that they had gotten a grant to create some new murals in the school, and they had just freshly painted the walls, so I felt a little bad. But they reached out that they wanted to update the murals, do something that really paid homage to the current mentors and students inside the building. And so I just got invited along on the journey, and then I got to put some brush strokes on the wall after meeting with their principal and meeting a few other members down at LCS, as well as actually getting a few phone calls from Adopt a Classroom.
And did you provide a draft of what you plan to do here on the walls?
And I feel like as an artist, I hated that comment that artists hate to talk or that they're shy people, because it's through the conversations that I found the inspiration for the mural behind me and the other one. You know, I wanted to know who's here, who's going to be walking through the halls, who does this school represent, like who's actually making the plans behind everything that we're seeing inside the hallways, who's walking here every single day. And so I feel like you only do that by doing like mini interviews. You know, you want to reach out and say like, so what's happened here? What goes on here on the weekend? What are your hopes? What are their goals? And you know, that's kind of what inspired even the text. You know, that's their mission, that's their goals that they kind of imply to their students for everything they do.
What did it mean? Oh, go ahead.
For students just coming in here every day, they're seeing this when they're walking through the halls. What do you hope they see in your art?
I mean, I really hope I reflected them well. One of my main goals was diversity. I think the Pioneer Kid was a good start, but literally the theme of the whole mural was what he envisioned the school to be years later. That if you saw this through the Pioneer Kid's eyes, what does he see now? And that's why I kind of have him inside the mural design, looking out at who is here now. Who's the mentors, who's the current teacher, who's the student body that's inside of this building. And beside each of the words, I actually put the actual students at work completing those goals. And so that way they see their mission in play in the very spot that they sit down and enjoy their plays, they eat their meals at, and I wanted them just to see that represented on the wall right behind them. Kind of like a nice backdrop.
What has been the response so far from students after they've seen your work?
Well, to my face, it's been all good face. And no, I do mean that lightly. I wasn't actually here too much during the day. I'm a bit of a night owl when I came in here, but it was really kind that every single person I did speak to immediately told me how positive and how they loved the design, who saw it, that their family members, the other staff members, how the students were reacting to it. They were really inclusive in that way, where they let me know their thoughts behind it, and it was just really sweet. I love social media because now people got, you know, phones, so they can share the moments you might miss. So sorry, getting teary-eyed, but I've only heard so many good, sweet things that they were like, I nailed it. They were like, this is perfect. This definitely represents their school well. And I feel like as an artist, all you want to hear when you make portraits, and especially when you do illustration works, you want to hear that you really captured their hope, their dream, what they wanted to get inside of this art piece. So I'm just so glad to say that they have so far told me that, like, they said, you got it. You should do more of them.
How long did it take you to do both murals?
I feel like I always am so honest. I feel like throughout the planning process, that was probably about a month, and then you spend another month completing the one out in the hallway, and then another month and a half just to get the whole cafeteria done. And I do say it's because we take, at least me, I feel like even when my husband and everyone came to help me, you know, just prep work. So I want it to last. So I feel like I am a little bit more meticulous about details like prep work and making sure it's well primed, making sure all the paints are like mixed and checked, and then we put everything on the wall. So I put a few extra steps in there, and then I just kind of have fun with it after that. And then you just spend like 5 days being really detail centered on everything.
Right. Have you painted any other murals in Lynchburg?
Yes, I feel like what was before this one, I was just saying that I had done a few cafeterias, so I did dragons over at RS Payne, which I didn't know any of the schools had dragons in them, so I was actually really excited when I got that one. I've also done Bass Elementary School, so their entire cafeteria backdrop wall has a mural about the same size, so it's been really sweet that everyone's just like been calling me saying, I have a drab wall, can you do something with it? And the students have been just so super grateful. They come in and just like with this one, they see someone's been sneaking in their school building late at night like an elf and leaving little bits of progress, and they just got to watch it get created, and then they're just like, oh my goodness, it's done. So it's really, I think, exciting for the students to be able to like walk in their school and be like, did she make any progress on it yet, and see those little steps happen step by step. So I was really kind of having fun with it with that part, but hopefully I get some more schools. I mean, I would be open to putting more smiles on people's faces, so